Hello. Hi everyone. Can it someone we are uh back up and running, I guess. So, how's everyone
I
doing
do think.
today?
There we go. Okay, so if we are back, we have Shadow Temple, Hyrule Field, and I didn't see the last one. What was it? Zora's Fountain, according to Xavi's stream. So that's actually a very, very good layout of foolish locations. Nice thing about Hyrule Field being foolish is that it does confirm that our Ocarina time locks the Prelude. As we started with Serenade, we know the other foolish song must be the Ocarina time check, so all dungeons is looking pretty dead.
Oh,
And our all dungeons there is, let me check, the Deku Tree, Water Temple, and Spirit Temple are the stone dungeons today, so we do not need to do all of those. Now we
does mean we
do
need to do some
have...
other fun ones though.
It is true, we do need to do Shadow Temple. Unfortunately, we do need to complete Foolish Shadow. Shadow Temple, being a dungeon that is very linear, means you can't really skip much of it if you know it's dead.
Nope. Yeah.
You might be able to skip the back, but let's be honest, you're not going to be able to skip the back. The seed roller is never that merciful.
Looks like we have Minuet on Storms. So,
Minuet and
nice little.
Storms, that's nice. That's excellent to have before really digging into your child one.
I
Being
agree.
able to warp directly to Sacred Forest Meadow, pick up the adult song, and then be able to do it as child saves a lot of time. You don't have to worry that much about routing.
Yeah.
And you get a free shield too. You never buy a shield.
I was going to say Team Never Buy a Shield winning this morning, and none of the skulls from 30 to 50 or anything, so.
Yep,
Lots of dead
lining
there.
up well so far. Skulls are dead, all dungeons dead, wipes out two of the more awkward situations straight away.
The songs this morning are really benefiting the runners for rooting purposes. I mean, you can do a lot with Serenade and Minuet right off the bat, so that's nice.
Yeah. Serenade
Ooh,
not quite as useful because we do know we don't need to complete Water Temple.
was that
But
lights on that chest or on the box?
I'll need to double check whenever Xavi gets to it. So
That looked like lights to me.
it was yellow and shiny.
Yes, it was.
So that's actually very interesting. If we have lights this early, so for those who might not know the Season 8 settings, the condition is you get the Shadow and the Spirit Medallion and Light Arrows. That unlocks Ganon's Castle. That is the vanilla conditions for getting into Ganon's Castle in the main game. That's what we have set up. And then to get into Ganon's chambers, you need to get all 6 medallions. So that is the Light Medallion, Forest Medallion, Fire Medallion, and Water Medallion.
Ooh, bow on
Now,
Dante.
yeah, nice early bow too. That's
Wow.
nice considering you have 20 rupees and are next to adult.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing about lights being early is that our Shadow and Spirit Medallion are Forest Temple and Dodongo's Cavern, the 2 dungeons that have the lowest requirement count. So it's
Mm-hmm.
most likely that we're going to be able to get into Ganon's castle very quickly. It's going to open up those checks
Darnia
quite
Dance
early
dead.
speed.
And we also got Bolero from the Minuet check, so once again, get a free song out of
Or
this
routing.
one.
You get the Minuet song early, you get the Saria's song early, you now get the Bolero song early. We're rapidly working through these
Yeah.
song locations.
Rooting purposes. Oh, okay, we got Eponas. And
Quite sure what it was on the top of the crater. It looked like Cola was struggling a bit to see it too.
yeah, I have no
It
idea what was
kind
on
of looked
top,
like magic to me, but I'm not that sure.
for sure. And since we were having a comms issue earlier, I do want to say Xavi and Cola is a fantastic matchup. Both have been stars in this tournament so far. Xavi taking down the #1 seed in the last match, so this is going to be quite a race, honestly. And the last time they met up, Cola won, so
Yeah, these two are pretty even. Well, I say they're pretty evenly matched. Everyone in the top 32 is evenly matched this year. And that is the hover boots on
oh
the
wow.
Kakariko archery. You do have a bow. Cola has skipped past that.
Eek!
But having the bow that early, it is somewhere you're going to be walking past multiple times.
True.
There's plenty scope to pick up those hover boots, and the hover boots don't really lock anything until later on.
Sun Song's a wallet, so most likely dead. Lab Dive dead. Or Sungrave, not Sun Song. I don't know why I said Sun Song. Same place.
It's the only check that Sun Song is required for, so.
Yeah. Missed whatever that hint was, so.
Collecting cuckoos was something, but didn't look that important.
Oh, hello, Chest Mania.
Mido has
Unic.
good life savings here. Unic
Double defense. And a bottle.
A billion big chests, nothing particularly useful.
The bottle's okay potentially, but like I'm sure you'll get other bottles maybe.
Yeah, the bottle's nice, but we know that 30, 40, and 50 skulls are dead. That's
Right.
the main thing bottle helps with. There's also big pose, which is possible, and ice cavern if you can get there. But this early,
Yeah.
I know
And that's why I was like,
pushing this early is a bit of a meme when you don't know where Zelda's Lullaby is.
Agreed.
And you're being showered with so many other opportunities at the moment.
Yeah, I think the songs have been like the most interesting like part of this so far, because I was just thinking like how fast all of the songs have been gathered. It's like where's the poop, as they say in How I Met Your Mother.
Well, the thing about it is the bum bag. See, this is exactly what I was about to say. The issue here is it looks kind, but it's opened up so many possibilities so early.
Oh,
there are so many different things that you can do, and only some of them are going to be right.
Oh man, there's a lot. And then we have Song of Time on Malin. Oh my goodness. After the last bottleneck of a seed I gone for, there's like, oh my god, it's like Hylia is your oyster today.
Yeah. It's the double-edged sword, though. You know, there's a number of items that you require. Having so many options so early just means that there's a lot more opportunity for you to waste time doing things that you shouldn't need to.
I agree.
No.
Whatever it is, I can't see it, so...
Xavi obviously has a better resolution than us. You didn't go to pick it up, though. That is true. And there's the early Zelda's Lullaby, so...
Fire dip? Okay.
Fire makes sense. You need to do Fire Temple.
Right.
It's worth checking how much you can actually do.
That's true. Okay, no, that's a good point.
If there's an item in this first check, you know, this was a chest you were going to have to do at some point anyway. You're not really losing any time coming in here.
No, yeah, that makes sense. There's a key.
When you've got Bolero, the amount of time you're losing is the time it takes to go from the Bolero pad into fire, which is sort of 10, 15 seconds. And we aren't immediately locked, that is correct. You're still limited to getting one item, because there's only one check you can get through here. But
The
Sacred
mirror
Frost
shield is on the grotto in
has
the
our mirror shield.
goalpost. Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh
nice to
man.
see early, even if you have a Stone Spirit.
I
But
know.
we were already given a free Hylian shield, so
I
it's
know.
gives
Kinda
us nothing
whatever.
straight away, and in the end only unlocks 3 checks, potentially 4.
Alright, got that key and we're dipping out. Makes sense.
We are either bomb locked or hammer locked. Cool, I did manage to pick up that Sphere 0 bomb bag or Sphere 1 bomb bag,
Mm-hmm.
but it is as child. Cannot pick that up as adult, so. Two runners taking very different routes straight away, getting rewarded in different ways. But they're going to be crossing each other's paths pretty quickly after this, so I don't think anybody's pushed ahead.
No, absolutely not. Okay, K-Sword, what are you today? A scale.
A scale.
That's...
An item you like to see early, not so much later on, so this just gives more movement. Can get into domain. A river is easier to access while you're going through the woods here.
Mm-hmm.
Note in the chat saying it's bad for Xavi. If the scale turns out to be important, yes, it is. Xavi did come here as adult, so it's a bit more of a pain to go pick up the Kakiri sword chest. I'm expecting him to do it now, while he's going through woods here.
Gonna get that... Oh, not gonna get the mirror shield first. Oh, because he doesn't have bombs. Hello.
In the end, in the end, the skill doesn't really lock anything other than routing.
Yeah.
Unless something shows up on one particular check, the bottom of Lake Hylia. Yeah.
Cola doing the bomb checks, which makes a lot of sense. You got the bombs. Oh, Lon Lon to King Dodongo, so bombs, I assume.
Lon Lon Ranch to King Dodongo. So we already know that there is just a bomb bag there.
Mm-hmm.
The information you can gather out of that is chances are your bombs are locking the start of this seed. It's going to be a bomb check that sort of breaks this open.
Yeah.
As we know that the other 2 bomb bags are locked behind picking up that particular one. Now again, this is an area that isn't often seen Childgorn City. It's often seen as one of the more annoying locations to root. It's worked out really quite well for Cola here, having bombs now and knowing that the Saria's check is dead. You can clear this out here, and it's a weight off your mind.
That was Gerudo's Fortress to something. I missed it. To Baronade. So something in Gerudo Fortress gets us there. Could be a number of
That
things.
is now a number of things that they have skipped over here. That's magic in Childgorn City. That could be bad.
Wow.
Xavi having gone
Ooh.
through Lost Woods without the bomb bag as child means that he's going to have to find a time to root in Childgorn City. And that is not an easy place to root in.
No.
It's why it's an infamous location.
We are finally headed to Lon Lon Ranch for Xavi, though, so we will get the bombs soon, but it does mean it's slightly less efficient than how Cola did it.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
I do
that's
know
the
that Xavi
art.
does.
Go ahead.
Xavi does like Childgorn City as a location, so if anyone was gonna be at a disadvantage here, Xavi's probably the most likely to go back to Gorn City. Note in the chat saying with Minuet, it's not that annoying to root in Gorn City. That is true. It's a matter of when is it your best option. And since it's only 2 checks, it's not a great option. But he is picking up the bomb bags now, so that's something for him.
So that's good. So just a little bit behind Cole in terms of item progression. And the nice thing too is if Xavi does go to do all the bomb checks in Forest and Goron City next, he'll have a slight lead over Cola in terms of items, but only by hovers, not by much. But that depends on Death Mountain, the Bongo Bongo.
Greater Bongo. That was Epona's song. Greater.
And ooh, nice hop over the rocks there. Can we get to the chest though? There we go.
You can. It's awkward, but you can always go.
Okay, strength. Hello.
That is an outer logic strength. So
yes, it is.
To get this logically, you either need 2 strengths or a hammer.
Oh boy.
It could be a while before that strength is in logic.
Yeah.
One thing to note is that Cola is 1 hookshot away from being able to get into Ganon's castle. To beat Dongo's Cavern, all you need is a bomb bag. To beat Forest Temple, all you need is hookshot.
Yep. Yep, you're right.
We already know the lights in the graveyard.
So I think we're on our way to do market checks right now.
For Xavi, yes.
Yeah.
Heading into Child Kakariko. There's not that much in Child Kakariko.
No, with Chicken's Dead, definitely not.
Setting up for Graveyard. Setting up for Graveyard. For a Dampe digging time.
Okay. It probably saw the time of day and said, why not?
Yeah. He might have underestimated slightly how far away he was from Dampe time, but
it wasn't that long of a wait, though.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount of time.
No. Ooh, new hint. Nothing.
A Kiri sword on Skullmask.
Oh, wait, it was. Okay.
That is a Sphere 0 check. You can get it from the start of the game. It's an always hint because it's very time consuming and annoying. But there are 7 checks in the Deku tree that are now in logic, even if we know we don't need to beat the dungeon.
Yep. Yeah, I was like at first, it's nothing because it's a stone dungeon. But then when you said it, I was like, oh wait, totally.
It's still 7 items.
Yep. Totally could be something.
And Spirit Temple is... Spirit Temple's 14 items, so...
Stone Spirit. That sounds like a good time to me. Oh, lordy.
Our first trip to Bombchu Bowling. We'll likely see Cola looping this in as well in case this is anything. It's a very long child segment Cola's doing here. Being particularly thorough.
Yeah, which could be a good thing, could be a...
It can be a good thing. When you've got so many items early, you could consider it better to just push your progress, push into Dodongo's Cavern and hope for the best. But then you run the risk of isolating checks.
Nocturne on Sunsong. So the songs continue to just make these runners' lives really nice.
Yeah. Xavi going for Kiri Sword? No, picking up the Keaton mask for the next time he's in Child Kakariko. Isn't rushing the Deku Tree, but is picking up the mask now.
Interesting Xavi didn't opt to go for... Okay, another bomb bag in Composer's Grave. Interesting that Xavi didn't opt to do Lost Woods in Goron City as Child, but...
You're being showered with items, basically. Going back for Child in the hopes of adding 2 extra items, 2 extra checks, compared to just doing it as an adult on your way to more progress-like checks.
Yeah.
It's a hard argument to make to go back for it now as opposed to the next time you go Child.
Yeah, I guess it does come down to like runner preference for what they think is the most efficient, and with the R in OOTR, you could be right. Lon Lon Ranch King Dodongo again.
And I think we might be seeing that with Cola being particularly thorough here as Child, just having the preference of forgoing progression in favor of completeness. Now, that bomb bag in the Composer Grave Torches does lean towards the idea that the magic in Goron City is potentially the only available magic, because that is bomb locked, and that would explain why the Composer Grave bomb bag is not reachable without bombs.
Yep.
So, alternatively, it could just imply that there's one item blocked by bombs that opens up everything else. Presumably the hook shot, if that is the case.
I mean, that would be nice. Oops, Zora main to Volve.
Main to Volvagia. That is a hint that you do like to see, because
Yeah.
going to domain is 2 checks as a child. It's not a hugely tempting area. Being told you have to go there is very nice. It's easy to route in with a scale and Serenade.
Oop, and we're getting our first dungeon dip. Well, that's not true. We had fire earlier. Our second dungeon dip from Cola.
It's more than a dip. It's a completion here.
Yeah.
Dungeon you need to do. Is Cola skipping the hint?
I was wondering. Well, are they going to go back for it now? Yeah, they are. Okay. Shoot, the sun is dead.
Maybe it's more optimal when it comes to these platform cycles.
We're about to get the strength from Xavi. Biggest thing separating the runners right now is the... Wait, when did Xavi get the scale? Did I miss that?
After he went through... The word I'm looking for. After he went through Woods. Popped into Kiri Forest.
I definitely missed that then.
Xavi has the hovers advantage. I doubt that. I doubt it's going to be a hovers advantage. As soon as Cola beats Dodongo's Cavern, he's going through Adult Kakariko. You get dumped directly outside Kakariko with the time set today.
Yep.
You go in, you do the Redead Grotto, and you do archery.
Yeah, I think the magic right now is something that Cola can lord over Xavi, like, telepathically. because obviously Xavi doesn't know, but Frog's 2 dead, I think.
It looks like Xavi is pleasing the fans.
Entering the correct way.
It does make more sense knowing that domain is path.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There is one adult check.
Lens. Yay! So helpful.
The lens could be helpful, actually.
Could be.
That's
Yeah.
that does unlock the Colossus.
Yes, and it also unlocks the treasure chest game, kinda.
Well, no, it unlocks the Colossus now. We have hovers, we have Eponas, we have magic. Now we've got the lens. We can cross the
Burning
wasteland.
Cack is serious.
What was Light Medallion Fire? I don't think that's going to be particularly useful. I have a strong suspicion that Shadow Temple is going to be our last dungeon. Potentially Jabu.
Yeah, with all the things you need to get to Jabu, depending on where those items are located, I agree. Ocarina of Time's Prelude, you already deduced that. So, super helpful hint. Thank you so much, game. Ice time! What does Ice Cavern have for us today? Love and magic, hopefully.
With Jabu as a potentially last dungeon, this could be seen as a risk. You don't know how deep Ruto's letter is.
Mm-hmm.
If Ruto's letter is deep and is your last dungeon, this entire area is a waste of time. You don't have the information on that yet.
Yep. And King Dodongo's been dethroned. Time to see what our lizard friend is holding out on us today. Probably a rupee. We'll see.
Is our first retrieved medallion of the day as well.
Ooh.
The strong possibility that the song is useful at least. Unless it's Requiem, potentially not. You know, if it's a Song of Storms, but Ruto's letter is late or the last dungeon required, all the Song of Storms does is push you off track, so...
Hey, I was right. King Dodongo did have a rupee. Look at me.
Yeah.
Just call
Who
me a
needs to pick up
savant.
rupees during the dungeon, you know? Just get all the money on the boss heart, and then you don't need to worry about
I'm going to predict what
affording
every
art.
boss holds. It's going to be my thing today. But I'll wait till we get to those actual bosses before I make my predictions. But I'm 1 for 1.
Overs incoming for Cola. Once he switches to EU aim instead of NA aim, yes. But...
Not that. That's great.
Well, we are... The other issue here about going to defrost King Zora now is that you can't pick up the item yet. You can defrost him. You need to travel back to Zora's domain.
Mm-hmm.
Then pick up the item. As going through King Zora while he defrosts is counted as a...
illegal.
You do get executed if you do it.
Sure do. Get an angry, strongly worded letter from the producers of the Zelda stream, ZSR community. Bad runners, bad.
Everyone else makes that backflip look so easy. I have successfully done it 0 times.
Well, I guess that's just goals,
Skill
right?
issue, I know. Skill issue, I know.
You got to work on those 2025 goals, those New Year resolutions. Backflipping. Ooh, adult rover
So,
checks from Cola.
yes, we haven't seen them yet.
What's River
Uh,
got? Ooh, big chest.
there is a big chest.
Flame is dead, I think.
Goron is dead.
Oh, okay, irons.
Irons,
Yeah.
an item you could have preferred seeing, doing without seeing.
Oh
No.
no.
Water Temple is a stone dungeon. You might just want to.
Sun Song on Ice.
Sun
Okay.
Song on Ice, we already know it's dead. Unfortunately,
Yep.
Ice Cavern coming up pretty dry. But I think
Ugh. Hate
Cola
to.
might be going in after Xavi, following him in.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be a nice time catch for Zavi if Cola does that, because
Here's a bottle of milk.
he needs some milk.
That's a good point. Still need to see if Zora's Fountain checks to know if it's a bust.
Oh, did we
Zora's
not?
Fountain exists. Zora's Fountain is foolish. That's correct. So the
Yeah, I was
Iron
gonna
Boot.
say. Wait a minute. So yeah, big bust on Ice Cavern, but it looks like Cola is headed that way. So Zavi gonna get the nice little bailout of Cola also doing it.
Yeah.
Time to pick up some of those things that Cola potentially already did. So that'll be good. Very I would say an even-ish race right now for the most part.
Yeah. And I mean, Xavi's just spending the extra time to do King Zora now.
Oh, we should probably
It
update
it it,
that.
it, it does make sense. I can see why you do this.
Ocarina of Time teaches Prelude. It's not updated, but it teaches Prelude for the person who
Yeah.
asked.
And the nice thing is you could work that out immediately. You get told Field is foolish and you start with Serenade. So there's only one other foolish song that could be in Field. I can see why you do this, and there's a decent chance it pays out for you. Personally, I wouldn't be rushing this. I wouldn't like to rush this, because you might find blue fire arrows, and there's also a good chance Child...
Okay,
That
strength 2.
that is strength 2, and
Huh.
that means Kola can get into Spirit Temple.
Once we have, yeah. No, you're
When he
right.
gets strength 2, that means Kola
Yeah,
is logically able to get into Spirit Temple.
because we have Epona.
Not to mention that it's currently that's currently strength 1. The strength
Mm-hmm.
2, the strength 1 we've both got on both sides here is out of logic. It was in the
Wow.
left side of the Goron City maze. So
Wow.
Kola peeking icy waters. It is foolish. Don't know whether he's remembered there or he saw something not important, but so where's Letter?
It's on toilet.
thi-
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
the thing is, if blue fire arrows exist, then you can get that strength without Letter. If a hookshot exists, you can get that strength without Letter. And another strength. If you have a hookshot and another strength, then you can get that strength without going into ice. Because you can then go get blue fire out of Ganon's castle.
Zavi dipping into Dodongo's cavern, which we've seen from Cole already. So this will pretty much make us even on medals and overall dungeon checks. With the exception of the slight dip into fire earlier. That's the only difference in dungeons.
There was a wallet hinted. What was the wallet hinted in?
Sun's Grave, I think.
It was the Sun's Grave. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not going to be helpful to us. We already know that the wallet can't be path.
Mm-hmm.
As we have a wallet from the Death Mountain Trail Ferry. And we got a Zora Tunic in Mido's house, so there is no reason you would need both wallets.
Well, if you want to be the richest person in all of Hyrule, I mean, it's good. Gotta make that dollar stretch.
Trying to figure out blue fire logic. There is a world in which the wallets are path for... No, there is no world in which the wallets are path because you can't buy blue fire without going through ice.
Just need to unlock the Tycoon's wallet. Yeah. Then you can get all the properties on the Monopoly board.
So they are just crossing each other's paths at the moment. They're both doing the understandable checks the other person has already done.
Pretty much.
Xavi hoping for bomb drops here. Not getting bomb drops here.
Ooh, that's gonna be...
One. There was one.
Okay, good. Whew. I was like, ooh, that could be bad. Oh, the backwards walk on the bridge. Wow. Good. That was fun. Yeah. That was fun to see.
We are a hookshot and strength away from inside Gan's castle at the moment. We need both of those items to beat Forest Temple.
Yeah, the hookshot definitely is potentially the bottleneck here.
Yeah.
Until we find that, there's going to be only so much everyone can do.
Yep. We do have a Baronade path in Fortress. We have not been to Fortress yet. It is in Logic. We have a Pona, we have a bow, we have hover boots. Every check in Fortress is in Logic.
Yup.
On top of the Heroes Path locations there, we have Volvagia or Zora's Domain to Volvagia. We have Bongo, and I believe there was a graveyard to Evil's Bane. Ranch and graveyard hints are pretty useless because it was just bombs and a clearly visible light arrows.
And the nice thing about we know where the light arrows is, you can pretty much route that in wherever it's convenient.
Yeah.
Alright, time to take down the king again. And my Siri turned on, so that was fun. No, Siri, I don't need anything right now. Thank you so much. Alright. Pola's going back.
Which strength is on King Zora really depends on what is the item in
Oh,
Fortress.
Cola didn't do the Blue Fire Strength 2 check. Yes, we're definitely in go mode. We've been there since the first minute of the race. Super Soul.
Could be an issue. I don't think it really is an issue once that you know that Zora's Domain is path. If you go child and there's no item, then...
Yeah, let's see. Whew.
Is the domain hint not up here in Trail? Oh, that was where it was. He's gonna know that he's gonna have King Zora sort of forced into his head as an idea. Let's say he wasn't quite able to peek what was in the crater wall.
Hey, it's my favorite stone.
Now our grottos are in logic. Yeah, that's an item that can be hard to see. My general rule of thumb is if it's shiny, I don't need to pick it up. Unfortunately, the Stone of Agony is a useless item that is not shiny, so...
Aw. But it's so agonizing. You don't need that kind of vibe in your life?
And there is Cola getting that hint. So we're going to see Cola do Child Domain. I can't see him going to pick up Blue Fire now. He's going to either hope it's not there or wait until he has access to a different Blue Fire.
Yeah. Eek. We still, Xavi still has not picked up magic yet, so there's also that. That's in
Yeah.
contention. They're each missing like one thing right now that the other has.
I think magic might be the more awkward one of the two.
Yeah, I
The domain
agree.
the domain is hinted, the magic is not.
It is not. Yeah. Make cleanse of truth peek into every chest. Yes.
See, that is a function. That is a feature that has been thought about. The way that the chests in the treasure chest game are actually coded is there's a complexity in it that makes it incredibly hard to apply to the other chests because that has been a thought that has been around for many years.
Cola going back, child.
Yep. Roller Going Back Child does have Night Market to do and Child Domain. Two very tempting options.
Yep, I agree. Let's see what our good boy has on us today. The best boy, actually.
Yeah, likely option is we are going to see Treasure Chest game here, so you might want to get some guesses in. We'll see if Cola upsets the fans by not doing it.
Not me and Vint having the exact same one. That's funny.
I go right, left, right, always. And there's Fire Arrows. So that is even more pointing towards that magic.
What are you doing with that burning stick, Richard?
It is pointing towards that magic in Goron City being the only reachable magic.
Ooh. Which is a distinct advantage Cola's gonna have. I'm out.
Yeah.
RL so far.
Yep, that is correct.
RLR.
Fire is not bomb locked. We have a bow. We have fire. All our magics are bomb locked. So.
RLRR. RLRRR. Or RLR, if you will.
Well, I got
Oh.
some of them. And there's our hookshot.
Oh my gosh. What? Crap. Oh.
That's an awkward spot. That is an awkward spot.
Ugh.
And that's not looking good for Xavi not having that magic.
No, that's really
even
bad
if,
for Xavi.
Even if he goes for Child Goron City on the next child, it means it's a much less efficient route to pick that up. As opposed to Cola getting it straight away.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's good for Cola, but terrible for Xavi. My goodness.
Nothing in the magic. Magic is in the Goron City pot as a child.
Yep.
And here's Cola, as expected, heading into lake, probably doing fishing, the Ruto's letter spot, and then into child domain, trying to follow that fire temple hint.
To answer your question where the magic was, it's in the exact place that Maple and Syrup from the Oracle games would really love. It's in a pot.
Could find some goodies out of logic here in training grounds. Potentially.
Don't
There's
we have
not
a
huge amount.
We have a hinted
Like,
thing in Gerudo Fortress, though.
yeah.
So there's that.
Oh, he's clearing out Fortress first.
Yeah.
Having Sun Song is working out very nicely here because otherwise horseback archery would be a pain to root.
Yes, it would.
Fortress's path to Baronade, that is correct, but we don't have either Baronade item at the moment. And it's with the areas that are still available, I would not be surprised to see an item that isn't letter or boomerang pointing to something that then points to one of those items.
My gosh, another strength on child fishing?
Okay, so
Well, that advantage is evaporated for Xavi. That's horrible.
yeah. That does open the possibility of Strength 3 being path for the hammer.
That would be gross. Which we love.
No, not really, because now that you've got that strength and that hook shot, Light Trial is in logic.
Yeah.
Light Trial is in logic, because with that strength and the hook shot and the bow and the bomb bag, you can get into Ganon's castle. You can then pick up the blue fire from there.
There's Ruto's. HBA.
Yeah, Ruto's letter, horseback archery. Again, a location that can be awkward to root in, but is directly hinted here.
Yep.
Xavi's picked up a number of awkward items that in other seeds might have paid out for him. Unfortunately, here they're all directly pointed to.
I know. I was just like, this is not a bad route by Xavi at all. It's just not working out.
Xavi needs Rang, maybe Furor's Wind. And you don't have magic to push you there either.
Xavi needs one of the Triforces to help out right now.
It can be Strength 2 paths, and Strength 3 would be Strength 2 locked. That is true.
Oh!
We don't know where the hammer is, so it could be
just
awkward.
in the maze!
Strength 3 is certainly Strength 2 locked. I don't know, we might be about to see the hammer now. In which case Strength 3 is pretty irrelevant.
Yup.
And we'll hold off on making verdicts until we see what this next item is.
Yeah, this is... Nope, nothing there.
Okay, so it is the strength, so it might be strength 2.
I was just saying, I'm like, I bet Cole's got to be scratching his head right now going, what? Yes, that is a different strength too.
Well, I got the logical strength 1, which is on child fishing. Available straight away.
Oh no, Link got grabbed. Whatever,
I'm pretty
what
sure
we
he
do?
did get that. So, this is hookless training grounds. Normally you are required to have a hook shot to reach that rupee above the target right here at the start of the room. However, you do still have your hitboxes and collect boxes when a wall master picks you up. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are grabbed by the wall master and pulled into the ceiling through the rupee, then it decides you've collected it.
Yep.
And then you can either side hop or roll through this firewall um, as it rises.
Here we go. Ah, we did it! Good job, Xavi.
Like that.
I was a little nervous, but we got there.
Polo wants into Ganon's. 100%. 100%.
We now see
You know that you
Cola
might
finally-
be able to get into ice, but you know you can definitely get into Ganon's castle. And
Yep.
that's the much more preferable blue fire source.
Agreed. And we finally have the routing to put the bean in for the light arrows from Cola. Efficient.
Yep.
Cola's routing has been so efficient.
Yep. As we said near the start, he's focused more on being thorough, and it really has
Ooh.
paid out.
What's this? What's this?
This is the wallet we were told about. I don't know if Cola's told.
Now we can buy Hyrule. Perfect.
So what's the story so far? Really this came down to both of them went to adult Kakariko to begin with. Then Cola went child and picked up a bomb bag. And that bomb bag has allowed him to basically have a much more rewarding route. Picked up a bomb bag, was incredibly thorough through Child 1, picked up magic in Child Goron City, and one thing snowballed into the other.
Currently, the story is How I Met Your Hammer. Because that is going to be probably the central theme. Because we gotta find it.
Let's not rule out Din's Fire quite yet.
Okay.
The thing is, it's a Foolish Shadow Temple. Normally when you see Foolish Shadow, that means it's the last item, and one of those, either Hovers or Dins or Nocturne, is going to be late.
Only here for the Tech Grotto. Well, with a Foolish Hyrule, you're going to be waiting a while, probably.
Yeah.
Wow. Not a lot in GTG so far, but
No.
yeah, man.
It's unfortunate here that Xavi's picking up a lot of good checks. He's in very dense locations. None of them are progress, though. And Cola's in Forest Temple. You know, there's fewer items, but you need to do this anyway.
Yep, I agree. And after
And
this, you'd be able to go to the... oh, no, because you have the light, so then you could go to Ganon's Castle.
Ganon's Castle. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you then go to King's Aura, you pick up Strength 3, and then you go back into Ganon's Castle.
Yep. Really good routing choice, actually, with getting the lens and doing the game while you're in shot. I'm thinking about all the smart routing choices for efficiency purpose that Cole has done. They've just been pretty top tier, honestly.
GG Center can be a hammer. That is true. It can be a hammer.
Yes, it can.
That would fulfill the strength being.
If you're a Xavi fan, you want it to be hammer.
So yes, it could be path, because that means if hammer is strength 2 locked, then it's guaranteed that the strength 2 could be required, or would be required, as strength 3 would then be strength 2 locked.
We are about to find out. We finally have enough keys.
Xavi's best hope is it's hookshot in center and second magic behind hookshot.
Ugh.
that would help him with the items. If he's trying to
Yeah.
follow logic, it definitely would not, because then you're solving the puzzle
All right.
backwards, and it's not an easy one
It's
to solve back.
hammer! Oh, okay. That just made things real interesting. But we still
It is
have.
interesting.
Yep, Xavi still has some backtracking to do, though. But it's interesting.
One thing to note here is that Requiem is either vanilla or on Prelude. So once Cola exhausts Strength 3 checks,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing left is Strength 2 checks.
Oof.
And you go to Training Grounds first.
Oh,
Because
this is
you
so
go
interesting.
to Training Grounds before Spirit because you're walking past it.
That hammer was potentially the bailout Xavi needed to get back in this, because now you can root some other things that Cola already did.
You can, but you're routing them in a less efficient way.
Yeah, no, agreed.
This is top 32. The efficiency in your route is the
Everything.
entire
It's everything.
everything. Yeah.
But if Xavi makes the call to go immediately to child after this, though, that is going to be, it's going to make things real interesting.
It's far from over. It's far from over.
No,
We still have Din's Fire floating around, and we still have the Boomerang completely unhindered floating around.
Yep.
At least we know Death Mountain Crater is pointing towards Din's Fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep. My goodness.
The Hammer and Training Grounds, it could be Din's in Fire.
Hammer and Training Grounds is so interesting.
Yeah, it could be Din's in Spirit. Hell, we've got Fire Arrows, so it could be Din's in Wasteland.
Yeah, totally the Pokemon TCG. You totally got it. Good job. Ooh. Treasure chest game.
Cola going Ganon's before Training Grounds could be good for Xavi. That is true. It depends on him finding something in Light Trial to distract him.
Oh.
And I don't think there's that much to distract him. The only items that could pull you off course are pulling you into progress dungeons.
Yeah, magic is kind of the big thing right now that is hindering Xavi. That and the hook shot.
Yeah. In any other seed, not having that magic might not cause much of an issue. In this one, it just happens to block your most important item.
Yup. Oh boy. Yeah, what Xavi does after fire is going to be so crucial.
Yeah. Or could pull out of logic in here.
Could. It's, yeah.
The iron boots were in the river grotto, yes. The only thing that unlocks is water temple, though. Field
Right,
and fountain
which
is
is
foolish.
not necessarily needed, so...
And I would expect Xavi to get those boots. He skipped over the river checks, but that's likely because he knows he needs to go get beans anyway as a child. So
Yep. Beans. Magical beans. That totally don't buy you a cow. Happy 1 hour, everyone!
Forest Temple being pretty empty at the moment. As with Shadow Temple, this is a very linear dungeon. In fact, it's even more linear than
Ooh.
Shadow Temple is. There's no difference in route you can do that'll change anything if you need to finish Forest.
Yeah. Also, as pointed out, we want to give a shout out to the runners, Xavi and Cola, my awesome co-commentator, Chloe, the trackers, Milkweed and Sir Nyquil of Sealand. Thank you for everyone for everything that you're doing to make this restream possible. Everyone give them a follow.
Yep, and thank you for also commentating with me.
Yeah, fun.
One
It's
nice thing is at least Xavi's into a progress dungeon now.
Yes.
Might be the only one he can do, but
it's something.
He's pushing forward at least. Ruto's letter was on horseback archery, and Fortress is hinted, so it's not something Cole is ever going to miss. It's the only item in Fortress. Not only that, but it's going to push him towards training grounds as well. You've got a path of strength. You need to stand on top of horseback archery.
Correct. Yeah, Cola definitely is going to make his way there eventually. So Xavi has a small window of opportunity to close some of the distance between them, but it's going to be, at this point, choices.
Closing the gap is entirely go child straight after
Go
this.
child, right. It's a chance.
Pick up magic. Pick up magic. Pick up hook shot. Pick up unhinted magic. Pick up unhinted hook shot.
Yep. Oh, man. And yeah, getting the lights in play also, which Cola's done a better job of rooting overall. So it's gonna be hard.
The thing about lights is currently lights aren't locking anything.
No.
Yeah, you can get into Gaz Castle, but the items that we know we need aren't in there at the moment. Maybe there's a boomerang in there. Maybe there's a Dins in there. Yeah,
it's a big old maybe box.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a fun race, though. I like the different routing choices and kind of analyzing what's paid out versus what hasn't paid out. Because I'm like, Xavi hasn't done anything like bad. Like, these routing choices are fine. They just haven't really paid out as much as Cole's routing choices have.
Slightly less thorough not going and doing your... Slightly less thorough in Sphere 0 is really the decision maker here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I made sure to clear ranch, forest, woods.
Yeah, this boss key is somewhere deep. We're getting up there.
Do you expect anything else? Fire Temple in Rando. Of course your boss key's at the end.
Ah, there it is.
There we are. In the compass.
Hey, yo.
The weirdly late compass. Kind of useless to have the map and compass this deep in the dungeon.
Yeah.
And Xavi is out of here. Not checking the top. Not even checking the highest score on. Oh, is checking the highest score on. I was thinking that it was a bit risky to...
Are we watching two different streams right now?
Thinking it was a bit risky to skip the highest score on, but...
Yeah, I think really the only thing locked out right now is the peer check.
I could see the hesitation there. I could see the hesitation of, do I go up? And I mean, it's a big question. It's a big question to do it.
I don't know why, but I feel so satisfied whenever someone uses the hammer on that pillar to go to the boss rather than restarting. Obviously, when you get the boss key, it just it soothes some part of my like
it's faster
childhood. Yes, it is. It just makes me happy.
To do in a lot of cases. It's just remembering to do it when it is faster.
No, I agree. I just was like, it just makes me happy when we see it because we don't always see it. So
it makes me happy when we see it because it means that they've remembered, which I never do. like if it's in the compass chest, I always reset because I forget that the vanilla strats are a
Puppet
thing.
versus Snake. All right, I think Phantom Ganon has a bow on him, and I think Volv has a heart container. Well, not a heart piece. I mean, we'll see if I'm
Shadow
right.
Temple's a foolish. Shadow Temple's a foolish dungeon. There are a lot of items in Shadow, so if Shadow and Forest were foolish, it would be more likely to pick Shadow. So I wouldn't be surprised to see absolutely nothing here on Phantom Ganon.
PG down. That was a great PG from Cola. Holy moly. And Volv down. Wow.
And a very good roll from Xavi too.
Yeah, this is great. All right. PG has a heart. So I was wrong. All right, I'm not a savant. I could be a reverse savant though if Snake has arrows.
We'll go in for some of the last hints.
Okay. I was wrong. All right.
That's not the item Xavi was hoping for.
Nope.
Means that there's an item on
All right, Xavi, what do you
the hammer
do?
chest.
What's the next play? Not immediately going child. Okay. That's fine.
There's our second scale on Frogs 1.
Graveyard to Evil's Bane? I didn't know that. Wow, thanks, game.
I'm not sure where that hint was, but it was the first one that Xavi marked down. I'm glad he saw it, because I missed it.
Thank you, Deku Tree. So helpful. We're gonna get our lights now.
Yep, Cola will immediately be
Greg! We saw Greg.
Simultaneous resets. Let's
Child
see
play? Child play?
Let's see whose VC it works faster.
That goes to Cola. Yes, we're getting a child play. Yes.
There's basically nothing else for Xavi to do other than go child at this point.
I know. Oh man.
Fire was a bust.
Here we go. Not doing Richard. Or not Richard, the treasure chest game.
Doesn't have any magic.
Oh, duh.
Needs to go pick up that.
Why did I forget
first.
that of all things? Like, you could just use the lens. No, you can't.
Could 1 in 30 to it, but
Ooh,
might be a waste of time.
Ooh.
And by might be a waste of time, I mean
Is
would be
a waste. Yeah, is a waste of time.
I highly expect Cola to remember to pick up blue fire. It wouldn't be the first time a runner has gone into Ganon's castle to pick up the blue fire and then left without it. And by a runner, I mean me repeatedly.
You didn't need to say that to show us your shortcomings, but thank you. Kidding.
My shortcomings are already on display. Places 1 to 32 ended up in main brackets. Places 33 to 96 went into Challenge Cup. I came 97th.
Oh no. Well, that's better than me. I can't even race, so cool. You're already way better than I am, so.
Yeah, as chat's talking about that bongo hint, Epona's to bongo sounds nice, but it's unlocked Ruto's letter, it's unlocked the hammer. There's a decent amount of stuff.
Ooh,
And Xavi is going for the
oh no.
the Kakiri sword here. And I mean, we're still missing Dins, and we're still missing the Boomerang. Boomerang can certainly end up. I think that's actually the. I think that could be the thing that opens up Xavi's chances. If the
Yeah.
Boomerang is in the Deku Tree, because Cola does not have that hint. Cola does not know the Kakiri sword is on the Skull Mask.
Yep. Well, we're gonna get the fire arrows with no magic. So that's cool.
The magic is in the spinning Goron pot, so
Oh. Okay, we're
doesn't
getting...
look like Xavi is getting this now, but it is gonna be quite
Magic,
late.
magic
Quite
was
late.
on pot in Child Goron City. To answer your question, Twin Dragons.
And the thing is, I don't see Xavi going into Goron City first.
No, I don't either.
Pick up the sword. You go into Deku. Then you go into Goron City. And if he does pull something out of Deku Tree, that can pull him further away from Goron City.
Could.
I mean, if Boomerang is in here, that's good in that Cola probably isn't going there anytime soon.
Yeah.
Bad in that if you just go straight to Jabu, once again you've pulled yourself away from magic. Magic 2's in Shadow Temple. Yeah, it'd be. And, you know, it is rando. Chances are magic does get put in Shadow Temple.
Yep.
I get excited by a big chest here.
It's the mirror. We saw it earlier.
Yeah. Oh, I know, it's Xavi's gonna get excited by a big chest.
Oh. I was like, why are you excited by a check we already saw? I'm kidding. Are we probably doing the slingshot game next? Nope. Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
And the Kakiri sword.
Brain, wake up. Of course we're doing this next.
And I'd expect you to go straight to Deku after this, and then try and mop up the woods and Goron City afterwards.
Yeah. Ooh.
If you are a Xavi fan, this is the make or break moment.
I
Does
agree.
Deku Tree have something?
Yep, you absolutely need to know what this has, and if it... Yeah. It could go horrible if it's not something that helps. Alright, we're finally getting the Strength 3 from Zora.
We know this doesn't get him.
Oh? Child Goron
Well, he is doing
City!
it, Goron.
Ooh! Yes! Wow!
I did say if any runner was gonna make sure they go to Goron City, it was gonna be Xavi.
Look at that magic.
Became a bit of a meme during season 7 of just do Child Goron City.
This is exciting. Whew. Yes! Okay, we're getting pot! Ooh, this is exciting.
Didn't be in here? No. You haven't needed a Pona for it. But there's a lot of checks about to be seen by Cola here.
Yep.
Bad news if Boomerang's in any of these.
Yeah. What a roller coaster to get magic and then see the Rang on Cola's side from our point of view. I'm like, oh no! Finally, we thought maybe this might even out in some way. Frogs! Yay!
Frog.
Emotional support frog.
Unfortunately, you get the frog after going to King Zora twice, so
Magic! Magic! Yes!
can't
Okay.
even
Oh!
frog warp.
This is exciting. Okay.
Did you really save that much time with the Sun Song? It's nice though. Always nice to see someone remember Sun Song strats. There's Biggs.
Oh, here we go. It's a bow.
First bow.
And
And a small key.
and a bullet bag. Yay!
Another slingshot.
Hooray!
A vanilla
Okay,
key.
here we go. Come on, Deku Tree, give us something. This is
Light trial comes up empty.
This is nerve-wracking.
But those are the strength 3 checks dead, so Xavi is once again on the clock. Cola is gonna be pushing those strength 2 checks now. Starting with Fortress for the Baronade hint, and then likely into Training Grounds for the strength 2 lock there.
Yep.
And if the boomerang isn't here in Deku, the biggest location left for it to be is in Spirit.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Which would involve crossing.
Yep.
Alternatively, Din's Fire, also quite likely to be in Spirit.
Yeah.
Or the Top of Fire, that is true. There's 2 items left over.
Oh man.
The Kakiri sword is on the Skull Mask. But the hint for the Skull Mask is in Hyrule Castle, which Cola has not done. So that is not something he's going to be picking up without a hint.
Big
There's
chest, big
here,
chest.
Deku.
Oh, come on.
Blue fire arrows, the blue fire you really wanted on your trip to ice.
Ooh.
One chance left. There's still one check left
Goma.
here.
Goma. Goma,
Crush
lead
ice.
us to go mode.
Third adult domain trip. It's always sweeter than the first 2.
Something like 3rd time's the charm or something. I don't know. What is logic? All right. What does the queen have for us today? Because murder is bad. All right, Goma, what you got for us? This seed has been good and bad for the... I don't know. It's hard to describe. There's equal amounts of really good logic paths and then some IDK things.
Well, one thing I will point out is that
Rip
Xavi
Deku.
doesn't do treasure chest game. He has the magic now. It still relies on him doing the treasure chest game.
Which, yeah. We're going to get probably the strength 3 for Xavi here from the fishing game.
Well, we saw Cola doing Fountain. It only makes sense to see Cola doing Field too.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Does Cola not know?
We've seen all our shields now. We've seen all our shields.
Oh boy.
Both Hylians and the Mirror Shield.
Team never buy a shield. Wins today. Cola doesn't apparently remember or know, or is just going for the hints. Oh, Death Mountain to Bongo. Wait.
We do know that one. That's Epona's song.
Oh, okay.
It's pointing towards Din's. We just don't know how. The entire Ruto's letter area is locked behind Epona's. Fire is locked behind Epona's. Spirit and Wasteland are locked behind Epona's. It's not the most useful hint.
The only reason you do Foolish Field is potentially hints, I would guess.
Or you forget. It's an easy thing to forget. You get lost in your route. Doing Field into Training Grounds is such a common
Cola
thing.
just got the K-Sword hint.
Cola got the K-Sword hint. That might be good for Xavi. That's something to push him away from the correct direction. Cola going to get baited into Deku? I don't know. We don't know if Cola's going to get baited into Deku because that relies on him coming up dry somewhere else. He's about to pick up the hammer, which gets him into fire.
Yep. And Ruto's letter, which by itself is not everything you need, but it is useful. And is Xavi about to get confirmation about the strength 2?
Yeah.
Which is going to be like a womp womp.
No free for Or's win, so going into Jabu is going to be a time investment. Unless he gets bailed out wildly, in that Din's fire is in Jabu.
Oh my goodness. This is a... Not doing the treasure chest game is... Well, because you now have magic is... Ugh. I don't know, is that a better or...
Rang is a possibility.
Yeah. Tweet, tweet. Alright, so Xavi knows 100% now that it was the strength. And knows that the strength was to the hammer.
I mean, I think he could have
probably
guessed that since he already has the hammer.
It's just 100% confirmation now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd expect him to do treasure chest game on the way back. This is just emptying your child checks.
Yeah. How fast Cola gets hammer and how fast Xavi gets the hook shot, that's going to determine a bit for their overall time.
And the hook shot is unfortunately a much more important item than the hammer.
Yes, it is.
Is even if Xavi does get some kind of bailing here, he's a forest temple behind.
That was about as fast a horseback artistry as you could get by Cola there.
Yeah, I've never been able to get with that target. It's always been the pots I go for first. And as expected, heading back down. Is it going to be a training grounds dip? It's going to be a training grounds dip.
It's going to be a training... Yep.
Well, it's going to be the roof dip first, but...
Yeah. So then, if you get the hammer here, do you try it across the wasteland, or do you go immediately to fire? What would you do?
Oh, fire. I've got Serenade.
Gotcha.
If Cola doesn't cross here, Spirit Area is so awkward. You know that Epona's leads to something.
Yeah.
Training Ground is going to come up dry for Dins. If Dins isn't higher up in Fire Temple, then you're basically limited to. Okay, Dins is across the wasteland or in wasteland. Here is Xavi's chance. A chance to maybe take the lead. Is it big?
Nope.
It
Oh
is not.
no. Oh no.
And unfortunately, that was a significant time investment to get to the Stinger chest.
Yep. Shoot.
We did have a peek at the Valley Hammer rocks. I don't know if it's a heart or a small, but it is not big.
Oh boy. I have to imagine child check TCG now? Maybe? Hopefully?
Yep, I mean, it's your only child's option
Alright.
left.
Get your guesses in chat. Okay, we can all breathe a sigh of relief now for if you're a Xavi fan.
Yep. In situations, I'd say, we might start seeing riskier plays from Xavi after this. You might be feeling behind after getting your hook shot at sort of 90 minutes in.
LR?
What risky plays are there left to do? You've already done Skull Mask. You've gone into Stinger Chest. There's not much else left to do other than progress.
LRL?
Progress Cola's already done.
LRLR? LRLRL. Do we have any winners?
Well, I hit the 1 in 32.
Nice!
1 in 32 I got them all wrong, but...
And now it's a race.
It's a race, but Xavi is starting behind.
Yup.
Cola is on a beeline towards that hammer, can then get done in Fire Temple.
Oh.
And I've noticed the chat saying, you do all of as Xavi, you do all of first and then go to Spirit. That is true, and it's probably going to pay out with Din's Fire. Cola's going to do all of Fire and then go Spirit. So there's very little time being saved here.
Hey, time for a bunch of checks we've already seen, so... Cool. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! That was bad. Poor Xavi.
I do all the time.
Oh.
The toilet check in GTG, I mean, it exists. I'd be surprised if we see it, but it does exist. I don't know if Xavi was counting keys. I certainly haven't been counting keys.
As I expressly state whenever I do comms, do not expect me to count anything while I'm watching this. I cannot.
Yeah, I'm good at counting them while I'm playing, but, I've got 2 screens to look at.
I know. My brain cannot keep everything straight while I'm watching two screens, so. I can count items in water, and that's about it. Thank you. That's more than I can do.
Yeah, if you're having to worry about water temple key logic, your seed already sucks. So.
Alright, Cole about to go get the hammer. Toilet's a key, okay.
Yeah. At least someone's counting.
I know, right? I'm just gonna take your word for it.
I'm presuming the racers are too, but... So... The seed would be very different if Furor's Wind was accessible at the start. You know, if you have Furor's Wind, there's an argument for going to Spirit now and just leaving it in the lobby. Xavi would be a lot more comfortable going into Jabu. Unfortunately, when you've got a magic quite early, you're unlikely to get Furor's Wind.
What does Cola do? Are we going?
Okay, Cola is gonna...
Oh boy.
Cola is gonna cross. I doubt we're gonna see much over there.
Sure.
Oh, wait, we don't have Furor's Wind, so, you know.
If it's Vanilla Requiem, though?
Yeah, I think that's the key point there. Yep. You're not going for Spirit.
You're going for that song.
You're going and crossing your fingers tightly that Requiem isn't on.
If you have your channel points on Cola, you really want this to be Requiem.
Well, the thing is, if it's Requiem, that gets you back into Spirit nice and easy. Mm-hmm. If it's Storms, that unlocks the well and then says that the well is opponent's locked.
Oh boy.
If Din's Fire's in the well. So whichever song you get opens up, and it opens up a dungeon that potentially has Din's Fire in it.
Yep. Or the Rang, maybe?
Yeah, potentially the Boomerang, but
for sure
you've got the hint pointing towards Din's, at least.
Yep.
Unless it's just here in the Wasteland. And there is a big here in the Wasteland. Is it Fire Hour's path? Well, no, it's Din's Blue Fire.
Nehru loves this. This I know.
All we need is Din's Green Fire next.
Oh boy.
I still need to get a new setup for crossing the Wasteland forward. I'm so bad at it. It's my main failing as a runner.
Wow.
Boomerang on 10 skulls? That is a possibility. We know Din's isn't there, but... Boomerang can be anywhere in the seed.
Ooh. This is all very much a waiting game right now. What is here? Does it help?
Yeah, this is just not working well in Xavi's favor at the moment. The only places left for Din's are the places Bola is going right now.
Yep.
A number of crazy out of the way places that Boomerang could be that you could make up time on. You've already exhausted most of them.
Yep.
Boomerang is likely just on your way to Din's Fire.
Absolutely.
Xavi probably goes IGC after this too. Maybe.
It's
Can't remember.
Storm. Oh boy.
Xavi hasn't planted beans yet, so
Xavi did get the fire arrows from Richard. They're just not marked.
and Kola chasing that opponent's path to Din's fire, not trusting that it's in the well, and having to cross Wasteland twice. Just heading
I
into here.
mean, Stone
It's 14
Spirit.
items.
Yep.
There's
It's
14
a very,
items in here.
and you don't have the Requiem to get back easy, so
Yeah,
it's.
and you know
it's
you never will, because this locks Din's and Din's locks Requiem.
honestly, this could be the play of the game here.
Yeah, if Xavi skips Spirit Temple and picks up Din's Fire in the well, and Kola spends time going through Spirit Temple for nothing.
Ugh. Oh man, that'd be.
And as chat says, you might just get immediately keylocked here.
And
But
there's
we don't. We don't. We get deeper into Spirit.
Oh boy.
We can now get to the main lobby. We can do the rest of the child checks. Logically. Currently, Adult Climb is not in logic.
All right, Stone Spirit, please give us something good.
No key there. Yeah. Child side is dead.
Yeah.
Well, in some awful world it has Boomerang. No, it can't have Boomerang. No, wait,
No.
it can have Boomerang in some awful world.
Like on the hand or something?
Where you have... No, where you have to go beat Shadow Temple to get
Oh.
Requiem and then go back to Child side.
Oh, I don't
As far
like
as
that.
Din's Fire goes, it's not there.
I mean, for the purposes of trolling, I like it, but I don't like it like from like a practical standpoint. I'm like, ooh, that sounds gross.
So logically, that is key number 4. So that might be Requiem locked.
Mm-hmm. So far, Spirit, just a lot of small chests.
Yeah. So this
That was-
area here is 1 key locked. So this could still have Dins.
Oh boy.
We do have a big...
Oh boy. Here we go. What is it? What is it? It's Dins! Oh my gosh.
It's Dins.
Oh my goodness. So now that's really bad for Xavi because Xavi didn't go that way while they were at GTG, so that is going to be a time loss.
Yeah, and even if Boomerang is deeper in Spirit, Cola's going to go clear Shadow Temple, pick up Requiem off that Prelude check.
Yep.
So Xavi's going to have to pull something big out of the bag here.
Yeah, that was not good for Xavi. That's not what you wanted to see if you're a Xavi fan.
Yeah, so as for the settings, to reiterate, to get into Ganon's castle, you need the Shadow Medallion and the Spirit Medallion. And to get the key that lets you into... Oh, you need Shadow Medallion, Spirit Medallion, and the Light Arrows. To get into Ganon's chamber with the boss key, you need all 6 medallions.
Yeah.
And then there's some other details that are in that bot command.
So Xavi needs to make the leap in logic to go immediately to Spirit after this.
I fully expect him to do so, but that's time he needs to spend that Cola has already spent.
Yeah. Yep. It hasn't been nearly as efficient.
Yeah. Cola getting to handle that trip to Spirit while picking up Hammer and finishing
Yep.
Training Grounds and picking up Ruto's letter.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 trips. That's 2 trips Xavi made for 1 trip to go for
Did,
Cola.
did Xavi have the lens at the time that he got the hammer, or was that after?
He did have the lens, he just didn't have magic.
Right. That's what. Sorry, I meant magic. I apologize.
Yeah, lens was nice and easy
So
in
that
the
was
combat chest.
that was the one thing that Cola definitely had the advantage over by getting that magic beforehand. That early magic was huge.
Yeah, I mean, you could have still crossed out of
Sure.
logic with the assumption that a magic was going to be available to open up those opponents' checks, but when you had Fire Temple that could have also had Dins in it, yeah.
Yep.
And for Cola, a bit of brain off time. Foolish Shadow
Yep.
Temple. There's not much thought in this. It's the same
No.
route you have to do for not Foolish Shadow Temple too.
All right, Zavi, what you gonna do next? Hmm. Oh, right. Okay.
Having a quick check with Fire here.
Yeah.
Again, is going to get excited. Big chest time.
Also gonna pick up the lights.
Yeah. Again, time spent that you need to do. Cola's already done.
Yep.
Not to
Yeah, I
mention a
think
trip into IGC.
the only potential thing that could help right now is that Zavi has done fire, whereas Cola hasn't. But that's not going to be the biggest help.
I don't know. I don't know if he even bought a bean. To be honest, he hasn't
Oh.
got iron boots. I don't think he's gone to river.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Huh. I mean,
Cola
you know
could
where.
get baited.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it's just a message in the chat saying Cola could get baited to Deku looking for the Rang. That is true, but you do bottom of the well first.
Yeah,
So you need to go. You need to go to Kakariko to hand in the Keaton mask anyway.
Yeah, agreed. All right, this is the. I'm assuming the spirit play finally.
Yeah, you go here before Ganon's castle because you have something hinting towards spirit.
Yeah.
You do that, then you probably go inside Ganon's castle once you get Dins.
Well, we don't have the light arrows, so we can't do that. Could waste the time to get the bean as child and then plant it and then come back as adult, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you do. At least I wouldn't.
What else is there to do?
What we're doing?
You go, child. You buy the. No, I'm saying you go inside Ganon's castle after spirit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Because you still need to find the ring, and you don't know.
You still need to find the boomerang. Inside Ganon's castle is the densest.
Got it.
Location.
I wasn't thinking
Cola
that
does
far
have
ahead when you were saying that. My bad.
Cola does have the Kakiri sword hint. Yes, that was in Field when he did Foolish Field. It's at least possible to get baited in there. Yes, but the chances are the boomerang is either in the bottom of the well or higher up in spirit. If it's in the well, you're not getting baited into Deku. 'Cause even if you try and go to Deku, you're doing the well beforehand when you hand the Keaton mask.
Could the rings still be on the pier chest in fire? I wasn't counting keys, so I don't know.
Don't think so. Can be on the hammer chest.
Okay.
Unless they skipped a key in the... I didn't see what the shortcut chest was. It could be on Pierre if the shortcut was a key. If not, it's not.
Okay. I was like, is that this deep fire still not off the table?
Both chests we've not seen in fire are items. Unless anyone was paying attention when they went through past the shortcut chest, then I'm going to consider the shortcut chest as not seen because God knows I wasn't paying attention.
Well, with how much is going on, it's so hard to pay attention to every little single thing that's going on. I miss stuff all the time, so like I missed the scale earlier in this scene. So from
I forget what's in that chest when I'm playing too. Yeah.
All right. Xavi's gonna get the Song of Storms here in just a minute or so, and then hopefully go into Stone Spirit.
Message in the chat saying with Strength 3, I don't see Xavi going through the age change before going. Unfortunately, he needs to do the age change to go to Inside Gan's castle. He doesn't have the light arrows. All we do is we know where light arrows are.
Correct.
But they're beam locked, and he doesn't have a beam.
Yep.
So unfortunately, Inside Gan's castle is a double age change for Xavi at the moment.
Which is not.
Well, I say unfortunately.
I was going to say I think that's actually helping
to do it
in the backwards way.
Yeah. Which will work out nicely, you know, if Boomerang is in the well.
Yep.
Because again, you do that before you pick. You do that while you're planting the bean.
Yep. Oh, did Colin not get this hint? Oh, it's nothing. But I don't remember if Cole got that hint or not.
I think Cole is done with hints at this point.
Probably. All right, we get the storms.
I mean, what is there left to save time?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. All right, Xavi going for Spirit like we were hoping if you're a Xavi fan.
Getting a nice cinematic view of the Shadow Temple boat.
This is a nice cinematic view. Cola just hanging in there. Oh, man.
Now, as expected, it's full of Shadow Temple, therefore your last key and your boss key are tucked away in the back, so you don't get to save any time whatsoever. No.
Gotta do the whole thing.
Gotta do it. Gotta do the whole thing.
Is that a nil?
Might be.
That's a vanilla boss key.
No, the vanilla boss key is on the other side.
Okay, so it's French vanilla, fine.
Yeah, unfortunately French vanilla.
Womp womp. You're right, I'm wrong.
And we do indeed have to do everything, because the last key is here on the Floor Master.
Yep.
As always, vanilla last key. At least Xavi has not decided to forgo Spirit to hurry things up and just hope it's in the well.
Yeah.
There are 11 checks in the well. It is a nice dense place, and as far as checks per second go, it is the most efficient dungeon in the game.
Yeah.
Cool, and not quite getting the side hop to skip this cutscene. And yes, we do know that Requiem is locked behind Shadow Temple, so you lose almost 0 time bailing straight after getting dins.
Yep.
Which is what Cola did.
Alright, time for some Bongo Bongo. I bet Bongo has bombs today. Because he's the bomb.
150 beats per... Yep, 150 beats per minute. That is the tempo to Stunlock Bongo with crouch stabs. I'm going to say that the second magic's here on Bongo.
Ooh, that's a spicy one.
It's spicy, but it's exactly the kind of thing Rando would do.
Because Rando is spicy. Alright, Xavi getting that dens. And... oh, getting the key, sure. Now dipping, okay.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Cola did too. Pick up the key
Yep.
for what you hope isn't your second trip in to go find Boomerang, but you know you got
Now we get to see Xavi do all of Shadow. And it's the magic, you were right!
See, what did I say? It's
You were-
exactly the sort of thing Rando would do.
You've taken my savant powers. We've transferred in the almost 2 hours of this stream. Magic, locked magic, that is true.
Cola did skip the double magic. Personally, I wouldn't. Wouldn't be the first time I ran out of magic on Ganon.
Yep. Alright, then we're doing the fire versus shadow. Fire should be much shorter.
And yes, to answer the chat, Ryan can be anywhere. We got one hint to Baronade, and that led directly to Ruto's letter. So,
Yep.
And none of our other required items were locked behind the boomerangs, so...
Boomerang lottery, here we go. Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. It's faster, it's not that much faster, but it is faster because you have to full clear shadow. Nice dead hand by Xavi there.
You can say it works out well for... If the boomerang is in the bottom of the well, both players are going there first before back into Spirit.
I agree. Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
It works out better for Xavi. It means both of them are going to be able to skip one dungeon that the other has done.
Yep.
Xavi gets to skip the 2 dips into IGC that Cola has done, while Cola gets to skip the Deku Tree that Xavi has done. And one of those is a lot faster than the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think another thing that Cola has is that he didn't have to do 2 trips to Gerudo Fortress.
Yeah.
Which isn't like a huge amount of time, but that is something into the equation right now.
And if we're talking what's leeching time, Xavi is going to have to go plant a bean. He's
Yep.
going to have to go pick up lights.
I mean, I'd imagine that Xavi will do that when they go child to go to Jabu, depending on where the rang is, but that also, we don't know where the rang is, so
I mean, if the rang's in well, you're going to be going there anyway.
Right, so... oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's still a toss up where this boomerang is, and
that could make all the difference.
That's the thing. They're both going to follow very similar routes, and if it's not in the well, Xavi's going to Inside Gan's castle before anywhere else.
Yep, and that's going to be a huge time sink. And I'm guessing Cola would do Deku after that. Because already in child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So oh gosh, this is.
But then, as I said, one's faster than the other.
Yes, it is.
Even having to pick up Skull Mask.
Oh man,
Deku Tree's faster than Gan's castle.
This is fun.
And yes, Xavi already checked Boomerang chest, but I don't see Cola going to it without Ferora's Wind. And if he does have Ferora's Wind, he isn't really losing time doing that.
Yeah.
And I mean, Ferora's Wind is somewhere. Decent chance we do find it. In the well. Maybe Spirit. All things considered, it's not a huge amount of the game we haven't done.
This is getting fun.
Ferora's Wind is not in Gan's castle. I think we've already seen all of Inside Gan's castle.
Inside Ganon's castle had nothing.
Yeah, it had one slingshot and...
a bow.
Bow, yeah. A slingshot and a bow, and that was it.
Pretty much. Yeah, this is... and Deku had nothing, so... Ooh!
That's true, Deku did have blue fire arrows.
Okay, fine. Deku did not have nothing.
Already done 2 trips. After you've already done 2 trips to adult domain. And I mean, there are still 2 items in Fire Temple that we haven't seen.
Yep, that is on my mind as well. I'm like, oh.
Xavi A couldn't do Pierre, and B didn't do Hammer Chest.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh.
And I can see Cola doing them because the number of checks left in the game is a lot less for Cola than it was for Xavi when they were in this position.
Yeah, I think the more exciting place it could be is the well right now, but the more handing Cola, not necessarily, but probably the raise would be here in Deep Fire.
Making things good for Cola is if it is anywhere that isn't the well.
Yep.
Because if it's not in the well, Xavi's going to Gan's castle and sort of losing the last bit of time he has over Cola.
I think I would prefer the well, because I think that would be a more exciting race, but also, I mean, you know, I want what's entertaining.
If it's in the well, he's still behind, just not much behind. If it is in the well, actually, it could still be a toss-up because Cola is full clearing fire.
Yep.
Alternatively, if it's on 20 skulls, it's anyone's game because
no.
neither of them can pick up any skulls.
That would be hilarious.
Xavi has 3 tokens. I think Cola has fewer than that.
Not picking up the skull. Oh my goodness. Walking right by it. All right, what's on
Funny
here?
when you look at. It's quite funny when you look at the qualifiers and you see the seeds that had 20 skulls.
All right,
It's
here
just
nothing.
all of the people who were top 32 just sort of drop down 20 places.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is fun.
I don't think Xavi has committed to if it's on skulls I lose, because he is now collecting skulls. I mean, he's got
Oh,
3 of them, but technically that's collecting skulls. And I'd like to note that once again I did forget to check what was on the shortcut chest. I commentate the way I run.
Yes, happy 2 hours, everyone, even though it's a little over that. But yeah, we are here, and we are a ring casino away from being in go mode, or glow mode, depending on who gets it.
But you say that, but this is Xavi rushing skulls.
Hmm.
So are we going to see the whole of Fire Temple?
I would hope so, but we'll. Yeah, I can't imagine why
But we're
Cola
definitely
would
seeing highest score on. Definitely
Yeah.
seeing highest score on. It's whether we see hammer chests is the question.
I can't imagine Cola doesn't do that, but you know, we've seen
At this
strange
stage,
things.
I would expect to see it. At this stage, I would expect to see it. Once you're down to this number of checks.
Oh,
But is taking the risk. Is taking the risk. It's not there.
wow. Huh. Huh. Okay.
What? There's one key on Volvagia. There's a key there. Yep. So there's definitely a item and hammer.
I guess you could do. I guess you could do hammer after, but like that just seems not as efficient.
Oh, you don't do hammer after. God no.
No, I know. I'm
You
like,
put that out of your mind and decide that it never existed and it can't hurt me.
ooh, okay. Xavi about ready to go do bongo. Cola is in the Volv fight, so that's the difference in terms of item progression. Required item progression, I should say. Whew, boy. And yes, that is correct. Cola will be done with Volv before Bongo is finished.
Yeah, but there was extra. Yeah, but there was extra things. If it is in the bottom of the well, this is going to be close.
This is going to be so close. I'm excited.
Xavi has that extra little time saved in Jabu, having already done the basement and raised Ruto.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
Does have to go pick up the light arrows.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
That's a bit of extra time buying a bean.
Yes, it
Taking it
is.
to the graveyard. Then taking it to the graveyards as adult.
That's true. Oh, I didn't think about that. With the Rang, you could get that.
Yep, we have Water Temple, we have Bottom of the Well, we have the Skulls, we have about half of Spirit, including Child Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Rang could have been in Jabu, but we've already seen the check. So.
Yeah. It's not.
But it could have been if we
Yes,
hadn't seen it.
agreed.
Ola
Which is
about
why
to go pick up.
Xavi tried it.
Yep. Ola about to pick up a green rupee, making the seed valid.
Cool, perfect. Meme percent complete. Also skipping magic is Xavi.
Yeah.
Colin, nope.
Nope. Not even
No.
keeping it.
All right, we are medallion tied at this point. So, oh boy, it is a rang lottery. Not going for. Oh, never. Hello. Duh. Never mind. Here we go. Okay. Holding hands in the Temple of Time, folks. Requiem was here the whole time.
Wow.
Wow. Skipping through that Temple of Time. Oh man. Please let it be in well, because that's going to make this insane.
Ola is Hyrule Castle Fairy, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
That's the only option.
Yep.
Castle Fairy.
Yep. Okay. Oh, and mask for the sword. Oh, I forgot about the bloody sword.
Yeah. Picking up Keaton Mask for the sword, then you do well.
Yeah.
You're handing it in.
I mean, oh gosh, if the ring is in the well, though, that does put Xavi slightly ahead.
Yep, if you then go pick up the lights with the boomerang.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Alternatively, if it is on skulls, we might be here for another hour.
That's true. This is so
Someone
dramatic.
finally decides to bite the bullet, do 20.
Oh my gosh, if the ring is in the well, I would honestly, this is probably going to be one of my favorite like photo finishes so far this bracketed part of the season. Ooh.
Yep, it's not a lot, but Xavi has the basement of Jabu ahead.
Okay, get a key. The lights for
The
Xavi
lights
are in
are-
the graveyard.
Yeah, they're on the crate in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Ola is picking up the Keaton Mask because Kakiri Sword is on the Skull Mask for Stone Deku, which, in his mind, might have the boomerang. Xavi has already done it, though.
Oh my gosh.
The only trick Xavi doesn't know is Mido Skip. So true, so true.
It's true. It could still be on Hammer. That's a thing that
Probably
is
see
still in
20
play.
skulls before Hammer Chest. I agree with
Probably.
that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm honestly unconvinced we'd see Hammer Chest at all.
Yeah.
Maybe both runners would leave before they have to do Hammer.
Arrows, nothing, and heart, nothing in there. Oh boy, I really, for drama's sake, I really want the ring to be in here.
They are neck and neck.
Oh, holding hands in a gross well.
Bait of the well so far. It's always bait of the well until it isn't.
Holding hands for dead hands. Holding dead hands, one might say.
Yep, the only place Ryan can't be is Skull Kid. We already know what's on Darunia.
Oh,
Not a kind dead hand location for Xavi there.
no.
Kola also missing the timing.
Got it. Alright, what's on dead hands?
It is a big.
Come on, come on!
It's
Ah,
another
nope.
bomb bag.
Ah.
And that is indeed a bomb locked bomb bag. There's still items left in here.
Yes, there are. Specifically, I'm thinking bottom of the well. Bottom of the wellception.
We've seen. I don't think we peeked the key under the flesh lump or the chest on. Okay, so there is something in the basement.
Oh boy, is it here? It could be!
There's a
Sorry,
big.
that was a little excited of me. Oh my goodness. Come on.
Pretty sure there's still one slingshot left out there, though.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you willed that one into existence. No. Okay, now we
I
don't.
told you there's still. We hadn't seen all the slingshots. We're obligated to see all the slingshots.
Dang, I really wanted that to be the boomerang. That would have been so exciting. All right, now it's definitely the pinnacle of a lottery.
Yep, it is a trip to Deku for.
Don't believe our
Hold on.
predictions. Oh. All right.
Deeper Spirit or Skulls?
Get your guesses in chat for where you think the boomerang might be.
We've already been baited by the chest in Graveyard. That was a bomb bag. It was big. We have no hints for Rang, though. The Baronade hint we had was Ruto's letter.
This is the most lottery-induced boomerang there could have been.
That is a good shout from chat. I hadn't thought of. Oh no, we did get a Frogs in the Rain hint, didn't we?
Oh gosh, I bet it could be 20 skulls. That's not out of the question.
20 Skulls is the second worst case scenario.
Yeah, we didn't get a Frogs 1. We definitely got a Frogs 2 is dead, so it
Frogs
could.
2. Okay, so that is a possibility.
Yep. There's a lot of
Water
possibilities
Temple
right now.
too.
Oh gosh.
There is Water Temple.
It could it
I
be on Rova
just thought
still?
that-
Could it be on Rova?
Yes. As I said,
Oh.
anywhere.
Oh my gosh. It could even be a boat. We saw this already, right?
Storm's check.
Oh, we didn't, but it's long shot. Well, if it's on Morpha, that's good for Xavi.
It's a possibility to go into Water Temple now.
Shoot the Sun is dead from what I recall. That was a hint in Lake. I think.
And yes, that is opponent's locked. You have to cross the wasteland, cross the valley to cross the wasteland to get storms. Is Cola going for the trail one? No, going for
the sword, the K sword to get to Deku.
But we'll be doing the Xavi going for Ocarina Memory game at 2 hours 15.
I mean,
Who knows? Maybe if it is here, I might still win.
We are scraping the bottom of the barrel right now, so... Oh boy.
It's the 100% rando run. This is
Is this
nowhere near the
frogs?
100% rando run.
Is this a frogs
A
play?
significant number of the season 8 seeds so far have been 3 hours plus.
Yep, looks like it's frogs and bean.
Frogs is a possibility.
It is. Have we seen adult fishing yet? Don't
Sure.
I know we've seen child because was one of the strengths. Okay, Cola did it. Okay. I couldn't recall. I can't remember all the checks we have left. Okay. Lab Dive is dead, so
I thought we had seen it. I thought we'd seen a hint saying there was a scale
we're
there.
not getting beans?
I think we aren't getting beans. Is this Xavi just committing to the idea that it's not in Gan's castle? Oh, we have Longshot. Yeah, Longshot is the other way of getting...
Hello. And plus the boomerang. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
Oh, no, I think Xavi's thought, if it's in the River Grotto, I've probably lost. Yeah. Can use Gold Scale to get into water.
Good. Yep. Oh, gosh.
Which is still a possibility, but then Central Pillar's still a possibility. There is so much.
Man, the seed was going so well until we realized we have no idea where the ring is. And then we're like,
the boomerang is the worst. Boomerang is the joint worst item to have as your go mode. Yeah. An unhinted go mode. It's that and Mirror Shield.
Yep,
because
I was going to say...
so little of the game is locked.
Yeah.
When you come down to, I don't have this item,
Fenris,
it's just the entire game's open.
Fenris, that's actually not true because we definitely did 2 wells. Just saying.
At the same time, even.
Oh boy. Xavi, like, where have I not checked at this point?
Oh, at this point, Xavi is going to get the light arrows with that long shot, and then head into Gaz Castle. You've got, I think it's 15 checks in there?
Okay, cool. Oh gosh.
14 checks. 16 checks, 2 keys.
So that's roughly about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes that Cola just gets for free to go do.
Actually, I don't think... Did Xavi even pick up Strength 3?
Or just do Spirit?
Yeah, I don't think Xavi picked up Strength 3.
I mean, that's good. That's good for Xavi, but... Oh gosh.
Not sure why he skipped it on his way to Jabu, but...
This is... Oh man. Because if it is on Spirit, then that's a big brain play right there.
It's... I mean, it's a curious play.
It's kind of a desperate play. I wonder if it's like one of those, well, if this is already checked, I've lost or whatever play. Maybe.
It could be.
Oh man. I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
It's a decent chance it is here. I'm not sure why you would go here, but...
Huh. Oh yeah, we got our blue fire arrows finally. Yay! Huh. Not doing Goma?
Oh, I think he's trying to scrape any second he can.
Okay. Oh!
There's a big chest.
Oh. No!
There's the boomerang.
Oh my gosh, that was the play.
Yeah, it was the play, just to skip the dense areas.
Oh my gosh, that's really good for Xavi. Wow. Oh my goodness. I have no words. Required double dip of spirit. Oh boy.
No, not
No,
technically, no.
I was gonna say
You
no.
didn't need
That's
to
not
double
a
dip spirit. You're
no.
going to double dip spirit, but you could have gone and got the boomerang.
Yeah. Oh man. Poor Cola. I don't even think
Yeah.
Cola's rooting has been superb, but it's just not getting that. Oh gosh, not getting that ring while you're at Spirit the first time. Ugh. It was
It was on the mirror shield blocked key,
yes.
so next to the Armos.
I was like I could think of it in my mind where it is. I cannot verbalize it. I do not know why. There you go, the sun face chest. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, Xavi is in glow mode right now. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders.
Yes, welcome in. You're coming into the closing streets of this seed.
Yep.
Xavi is in go mode. Let's just say go mode. Has all of the items needed to
Yeah.
finish.
Since we know
Has not
where
picked
the
up
light
lights.
is. Right.
Yeah, has not picked up the lights, but has the item to collect them and has already seen them.
And has a distinct a time advantage in Jabu because of already doing the first part of it. So yeah, Cola definitely is behind at this point, which is unfortunate because Cola, I would say up until we got the ring, Cola was, I would say, had
Yeah.
cleared out more of the
Oh,
game.
had the advantage. Has been ahead the entire game, basically.
Rang lottery will get you every time.
That's a catchy title for the check name. Spirit Temple near 4 Armas chest.
That's funny. What's the abbreviation for it? Stinifak.
There we go. That's the catchy name for it.
That's it. Stinifak chest.
Grudo Fortress had the Ruto's letter on horseback archery, so
All right.
that
Cola
immediately.
is in go mode.
Yeah. So you can get it out of logic with the boomerang with that trick. You can plant the beans, or you can use the long shot. If you stand on a grave nearby, you can
I
just
in
hook shot
fact
the grave.
believe the ring was there. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Gonna go to Child, gonna go to Jabu, but still has to do all of Jabu, whereas Xavi had done half in the search for the ring earlier.
Yeah, I think Xavi got saved by
The ring.
honestly a curious choice not to do child fishing.
Oh, this
Missed
is
out on
wild.
strength 3 to make Inside Gan's castle less attractive.
I think if the ring had been in the well, this would have been one of the closest finishes of the tournament so far. But it wasn't, so. Ring was in the Snef chest.
Yeah, in the lower mirror shield block check in Spirit Temple. Yeah, honestly, Jimbo, the same. I guess I can see not doing it when you don't have Strength 3, but then it was a curious choice to skip Strength 3 as well, considering you were already doing Sphere 0 checks, but not child fishing.
Yeah, it was a very gutsy play not to go for the chest dense area of Ganon's castle.
No, the last strength he needed was on child fishing, and he didn't do it. I mean, he might have it, but not marked on his tracker, and not randomized color. It looks like silver's on his hands.
I could have sworn he did it, but I could be wrong, so...
In which case, yeah, I'm not sure why you go Spirit instead of the 14 checks in Gan's Castle.
Alright, well, what's separating us? About 2/3 of Jabu.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then obviously Xavi has to go get the light arrows after this, but that's not going to take any time, hardly, so... Holding hands in a fish's belly.
Yeah,
Gross.
the time difference in when they enter Jabu doesn't really matter, considering Xavi had already done a chunk of it.
Correct. Alright, we're going to try the... try this trick.
I still say this trick doesn't exist. See,
Ah.
it doesn't exist. Box skip doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a little more than 4 minutes, depending on how long it takes to pick up the lights. Which debatable.
Is about
15 seconds? Yeah, something like that. And I think the basement takes longer than that, so...
Yeah, managed to skip Strength 3 and Irons, and not spending the time picking up light arrows.
Yep, that's pretty much the difference. I still don't think that was a bad play from Cola. I mean, it makes sense from a chest density standpoint. So it's... Actually...
Well, I mean, he didn't know that Irons were in the River Grotto.
Right.
It's just another Sphere 0 check that he decided not to do.
This Baronade fight is... I need to study this. That was really good by Xavi.
Yeah, it's the boss that feels the best to do well.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really good by Xavi.
Xavi did go River. Went as a child.
Hey, BGS, why not?
Not long ago.
Make the last fight against Ganondorf a little easier, why not?
Yeah.
30-minute time save. Alright, time to go get those lights.
Xavi also has to climb, but is going to save time on the climb, considering he just picked up the Goron sword.
Yep.
And is going to do it with the boomerang instead of the...
Here we go.
Which I guess makes sense. I mean, personally, I can't be bothered setting up a trick when I've got the long shot, and I need to go Adel anyway, but...
Here we go. Got it. Oh boy, now we're in go mode for Xavi. Woo! So exciting. Yeah, Xavi has been on fire. Taking out seed after seed in this tournament. Yep. Which is to be expected from the reigning champ.
Last race took out the number one. We can say he's the reigning champ, but this is a very different beast to
It
Season
is.
7. Season
It
7
is.
was draft settings, so there were many, many, many different quirks. A
No,
lot, a lot of runners, a lot of runners aren't as strong when it comes to varied settings as opposed to this one normal standard setting.
agreed. Yeah, and at this point, it's Xavi's got at least, I would say, a 3 or 4 minute lead over Cola.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, I'd probably say that if you include the time climbing.
Yeah. Never did see Furore's win. We'll never know. We'll never know what
Oh.
could have been.
Water Temple, most likely.
Be. Could be hammer locked. Or hammer chest, I mean.
It could be Hammer Chest. Definitely
Or
could be.
20
It is hiding up
skulls.
there.
Any of the checks we didn't see. Oh, man.
Let's see if box skip exists.
Yep.
I guess it does sometimes.
Super clean on that one.
I still say it's not worth it. Need both skulls, Xavi. Both Stalfos.
Alright. Time to fight Barry. Everyone's favorite fish stomach ulcer. Cola also having a really good Baronade fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
As I
clean.
said, this feels... This is the best boss in the game because it feels so good to do well. Once you can get into a pattern on it. Saw the big orange sword, decided it wasn't going to turn around.
But the 30-minute time save.
Phantom Gan Zero Cycle. Yeah. I still can't do it, but... And I've done the Morpher Quick Kill exactly 3 times. All in a
Gandorf, by the
row,
way, my
and
light
never managed
arrows
to get
are
it.
in the graveyard. And Link's like, girl, I already knew.
You'll never find them. I put them in a box.
I had a boomerang to get them. Alright, Cola out
With
to
a big
go.
Oron sword, this should be
Oh, one
pretty
cycle.
smooth sailing.
Yep.
Much easier to hit 5 in a row than 10 in a row. Or 8 in a row, I can't remember how many it is.
Alright, time to get some bacon. This was an I still think this was such a good race. Incredibly close for 95% of the seed, right up until the ring was found. So fun.
It wasn't that close to begin with. Xavi pulled it back through things like the inside Gans castle that
Yep.
Cola had to do. The timing on when Cola had to go do Deku, couldn't loop it in with other things. And then, of course, the last decisions on Xavi's side.
Yeah. Because if the ring had been in Ganon's castle, I mean, Cola would have been ahead by quite a bit. So it's The R in OOTR always gets you,
Yeah.
which is why I love OOTR, because it's like you could be the best runner in the world, and that R, man.
At least nobody went water.
Yay. Morpha's just all alone. Where is everyone?
Roar's wind, first thing.
I want a friend too. Yep.
Yeah, if the boomerang was in Deku, it's a different story again.
Yeah, it's... Ah.
And...
Get your
GGs in the
GGs.
chat for
Get your
Xavi.
GGs.
With a time of... Once Link stops staring at the sword.
Ooh, sword.
There we go. A time of... Well, in race time, a time of 2:36:31.
Wow. GGs.
And Cola only Ganondorf and Ganon fight behind.
Yep. Wow. Hey. GGs.
Yo, GG's.
Welcome in, GG's. So, does it feel good to have a Season 8 seed that went under 3 hours?
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
kind
Yeah, we actually raced like a day ago and we had a very bad seat there.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, that one was horrible.
I don't think we get to call speeds bad now because the bad ones are just average.
I mean, that one was especially bad. It took me like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Well, this one didn't. This one wasn't free of having stings in the tail. First hook shot on treasure chest game isn't the nicest of spots to have it. Especially
I
not when
felt like-
every other major item was Sphere 0.
I felt like I didn't struggle much with that, so that was pretty nice. At least.
I struggled a lot with that. I felt like I did Deku before that, and I don't know. I didn't have that many attacks left, and I felt so bad when I found the hookshot.
Well, damn, I did Deku right before Spirit at the end, finally booming.
Okay, no, I did that very early on, and there was one bait big chest, I think, with blue fire or something.
Yeah, you both split routes very early. Cola, you went child very quickly, while Xavi, you stayed adult a lot longer, and that really did work out for you,
Wait.
Cola.
Did
Picking up.
Xavi go adult instantly as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow!
You were
Because
both
he
neck and neck
started as a
in
kid.
Pikachu, so-
Yeah.
Guess who didn't?
Yeah.
Guess who didn't do IGC?
Yeah, inside
Yeah,
Ganon-
I've heard that Xavi didn't do IGC. I think that's crazy if you have a strength 3 death path, to be honest, but, you know.
I only had strength 2. I never found strength 3 actually.
Wait,
Yeah, you
which one
skipped
did you skip?
You skipped
skipped
the child
fishing?
fishing on the way to Jabu, which
Oh.
what was the choice behind not doing child fishing when you did all the other Sphere Zeros?
I don't know, I didn't feel like... There's no real big
That's the
brain
most
player
real
behind
one.
this.
That's so real. I
Oh,
just
man,
didn't
that-
want to.
That explains a lot with the strength. Like, if you have a strength 3 that's way 0, you just can't go past
Yeah.
Ganon's castle, right?
Totally makes sense for you, but I never found that. I only found the strength on King Zora really early on, actually.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
found the
you-
hammer kind of early, I guess.
You getting blue fire and then doing that check after warping and then going back and doing that, whereas Cola took time to go do other things before doing that was...
Oh, I mean, I did Ice Cavern, and then afterwards I got the hint of the main game path. And
Oh,
that was
okay.
kind of unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
You also had the hook shot at that point to get into Ganon's castle rather than trying to get more blue fire out of ice.
Oh, true.
I mean, if you have the option of going into Ganon's castle and getting blue fire there, why would I buy
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And then you find
Also-
string 3 and you go right back in there.
Did you
Yeah,
do
so
a
the-
hookless GTG as well?
No, I had a shot.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, the difference was, Cola, you going child a lot faster meant you got the bomb bag faster, and were able to loop those bomb checks in very early. You got the magic first by quite a significant margin, which
Yeah, I felt like the magic was an actual good advantage, to be honest, because Child Goron City is always something that is very skippable.
awkward to root if you don't do it immediately.
Yeah, the missing hookshot pushed me back to that, actually.
That
Yeah,
hook
it's-
shot on the
it's easy to go-
TCG.
It's easy to go back to Child Goron City when you don't have any other checks to do.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, I had child fishing. Yeah, and I
guess. Oh, I'm curious. Did you collect skulls or not?
think I had like 2 or 3.
I had
Cola,
absolutely
Cola.
0.
No way.
Coley, I think you won. Yeah, Xavi, you won the gold skull contest by having
go.
3.
Yeah, and
I did not collect a skull. I was like, not doing it.
This was definitely a race of I don't feel like doing this, so I'm not going to do them. We were talking about the skulls the entire race. We're like, when are they
We were
going to
interested
start?
in knowing. We were interested in knowing what would happen if Boomerang was on 20. Who would give up first? Who would surrender first? And
I mean, I
start
would do
collecting
the entire game before collecting skulls.
I actually got slowly into the mood that I want to collect skulls.
Yeah,
But,
you collected 3 of them in shadow and gave up.
Well, my theory was I went into this match basically deciding that I wouldn't collect skulls. That was the plan from the start because I felt like you would do the same.
Yeah. I guess it worked, right?
One of my absolute favorite moments, I think, of anything that happened with the skull, like the skull memeing of not doing it, is when you blatantly just walked right past the skull in, I want to say it was the Fire Temple. You just climbed right past it, or it was Spirit.
Yeah.
Well, it was either Fire or Spirit, I can't remember. But when you were climbing, and
Probably.
the skull's right there, you're just not getting it. So I guess we're not doing it.
Yeah, it's probably the one on Pierre, right? Where you
Yeah.
climb
Yeah.
right next
It
to it.
was so funny. It was just like, well, there we go. I guess that's our answer.
By the way, someone in OoT's chat told me that I was the first to check Ocarina minigame. Is that
Yeah,
actually
that's-
true?
You were.
That
No
is probably true, yeah.
You were the first to check Ocarina minigame by. Well, you checked it at 2:15. I think Cola checked it at 2:20.
Yeah, I did right before Deku, so...
Yeah, makes sense.
And now I have to ask, what was the decision, Cola, in not doing it? Like, because we were like, what if it's the hammer chest? What was the decision there?
I was like, I have 2 keys and 1 item check, and I checked the Summertime Goron, and there was a key, and then it's 1 key and 1 item check, and I'm like, yes, I just hope that it's for Vaja that has the item, and if not, I'm just gambling it.
Oh, it's like
Which-
playing
which was
myself,
the other
actually.
thing. Xavi did exactly the same, so we were
Yeah.
wondering if it isn't anywhere else, who's going to do hammer chest first, and who's going to do 20 skulls first?
Yeah.
This is a really fun, like, listening to you two talk about, like, well, I didn't think this person was going to do that, so I didn't do it. I was like, this is like the biggest game of chicken. My
We've got
goodness.
spy versus spy here.
He was kind of right with everything, though.
I did want to play somewhat risky because, like, I know Xavi plays risky as well, and those type of checks are something that he would skip.
Oh my goodness. The meta.
Crazy.
So fun. Well, you two were incredible runners. This was a lot of fun to watch. I was praying, because you were both in well at the exact same time. I was praying the Boomerang was in the well, because I was like, this is going to be wild finish.
I mean, I did Jabu really early. Did you do that too? Did you check the rank chest?
Mhm. Nope.
Yeah, well, that's
No, we
that's why.
we can only assume Furores is in Water Temple at this point.
But he also had the lights and you didn't at that point, so it would be, I mean, not a huge time difference if the ring was in the well, but it would still be a slight time difference, but it would have been so much closer.
Had done
Oh,
adult
true.
climb and picked up lights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Could have
Crazy
also
match.
depended on the route through the bottom of the wall itself. Because I don't know if
I
you did the same route.
might be stirring things up here, but someone in chat has just called both of you Belgian.
Huh?
They say you've got Belgian accents.
I mean,
We're
close.
both German.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Well,
Yeah,
congrats. Go ahead.
I felt really bad when I did all the storms check for long shot, gold scale, and all that stuff.
I mean, I
And then I
could
found
go
the ring
into water
instead.
anyways because I had the iron boots.
Where did you find irons?
Those were in the river.
Oh,
the
yeah,
other-
I skipped the river.
It was the next chest afterwards.
Yeah, I was thinking that
But
you
no,
would
I mean-
game against me, going that I would rush river really early on, so I just didn't do it this time.
Yeah, that was a consideration, but I wasn't that sure that you would do it. Because you did it against Lexus and you
Yeah.
already showed that strategy, so...
Yeah.
I wasn't that. The fact that while you're running and trying to figure out logic and thinking, I don't think my opponent's going to do this check on top of all that is sending me right now. That's wild. Y'all are wild.
I mean, that's what you do in 1 versus 1s, right?
Oh,
you think about what your opponent plays like. And
I know.
Yeah,
That's so fun.
32 level.
Oh gosh, that's wild.
No, I mean
Yeah.
the even after all the routing differences and some of the more awkward locations, you were still only less than 4 minutes apart. It's
Yeah.
what we expect. It's what we expect from quarterfinals in the main bracket.
Yeah, very close race.
yeah, for sure.
I don't see any questions in the chat, and I've run
Yeah.
out of points.
Great
you any
race
other
by both
final
of you.
thoughts?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Other final thoughts on the seeds?
No, not really. I just want to say thank you for the restream again. Like, I had 3 matches, I had 9 restreams in 3 matches. That's just crazy. Thank you for all the work you put into that. That's
Yes.
insane.
I should probably also put in the chat that thank you to our French restreamer and German restreamers. I don't know if there's is a command to actually put the links in there.
There's not, but I'll
uh,
get those copied in.
That's perfect, thank you, because I'm pretty sure the bot assassinates me if I try and put links in this chat. But yes, so Season 8, as far as I'm aware, has a record of numbers of non-English restreams. So we do have Brazilian restreams, French restreams, and German restreams this year.
That's so awesome. I love it.
It is. It's great to see.
Yay. Bonding through Ocarina of Time randomizer.
And in that case, I think that's everything we have for this stream, this race. Again, thank you to our runners, Cola and Xavi. As just put in the chat, they do a lot of races. They're worth following, especially if you're interested in these races. You do get to learn a decent amount about routing and tricks by watching them. Thank you to our trackers, Melqui and Sir Nyquil. And thank you to my co-commentator, Malcon. And you know what? Thank you to me, too, for commentating.
Well, you beat me to
And
it. I
thank
was going to say thanks, Chloe, for keeping me in line and filling in a lot of the gaps that I sure couldn't quite follow.
Yeah, and thank you to the chat as well for keeping track of what Hintstone said. I've only got 2 eyes, but it's hard to keep one on each stream at
Agreed.
the same time.
Chat is the silent third commentator.
In that case, I think I'll leave it to our restreamer. Thank you, VT Slacker. I'll leave it to you to wrap this one up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just want to let everyone know that we have another OTR standards loser bracket round 2 match coming up on Zelda Speedruns 2, Juke versus Favio. Plus also coming up in less than an hour here on ZSR Main, we're actually going to have an Echoes of Wisdom any percent race coming up. The first one,
Ooh.
the first one on the ZSR channel. So definitely tune in for that. But other than that, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next time.